Thank you so much, Trace. Yes, we are ready. It's Dust2, and maybe we're back to where we should be in the veto then if they messed it up so
yeah,
poorly.
That's interesting.
It happened. Look, I mean, sometimes there's no excuses. You mess it up. At least he said he can own it because they won. But I have heard, you know, a coach and a player discuss one thing and the team thinks another. And it's not the first time that it's happened, that's for sure.
Well, we're into the action here. Aggressive play from the CTs, and Zywoo spotted a few. Does he want to take the challenge again? It looks like he's more than happy to do so. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Headshots delivered all over the place here, and it's going to be BlameF down to just 10 HP. Surely he'll be dropped as well. Zywoo gets his hat trick of the pistol round. That really does not bode well for the rest of this map because this is his home turf. Dust2 is where he does his best work, and it's Vitality's best map. It's going to be a 4 versus 2 of S-Tag and Freiburg trying to pick up the pieces here. It's still possible for them to win this, but with the double smokes from flashbangs, do they even get a look in? They even get a chance to deny a plan here. S-Tag's towards short, so they'll double smoke the crossover and help themselves towards the site. One should just hold back and hold the long doors. Should be good to go. Smokes in, flash over. That's about the best chance he had of getting a kill, was spamming that and hoping for the best.
Absolutely. Nearly got given an opportunity as well when they re-peeked out toward Goose, but that would have been, well, but quite post-plant, but post-position where he would have been able to deny the bomb from going down. It does now. As a tag, back out again, and he is tagged up and taken down. MBK and Zywoo, whatever, get the kill, and he's going to close out it on Freiburg as well. So good start for Vitality. Dust2, usually a promising map for them. We mentioned as well in the final in Cologne. It was the best of 5. Sure, they fell 3-1. Dust2, though, RPK was exceptional.
They'll have to fend off the force buy, and that is one of the weaknesses of Vitality. They do seem to lose to these second-round purchases quite a lot. 3 scouts. 2 is quite common. 3 is quite rare. Aggressive push from the CTs, and they get a taste of that P250. Zywoo with 4 kills in total. And Apex is going to walk in towards B. He is one of the main reasons they lose so many of these sort of rounds, because he does seem to walk into these sort of situations by himself a lot. Like, this is so unnecessary. Why? I don't get it.
God, you painted this picture brilliantly because you mentioned its problem. That's a massive issue. I mean, come on.
Yeah, like, that's the tightest choke point in the map. You send Apex in, who seems to be the catalyst of all these disasters every single time. And it's happened again. Like, fair enough, great shots from Heroic. Don't take anything away from that, but why not run a default? Like, give yourself a chance. You don't have to rush in with SMGs one by one, is all I'm saying.
Well, Zywoo has slowed things down. A minute to play, by the way. It wasn't even like they were pressed for time on that rush. And it's over. S-Tag, great shot to close it out. Yeah, that's just not acceptable. That doesn't make any sense.
I drop the smokes at least. I do the flashes. If you're going to go in towards B, that's fine, but let's use a utility. Let's not give them clean shots from the backs. The scouts will deliver, and presumably the force buy in response from Vitality here should be on the agenda. It's happened again, though. This gets inside their heads so much. They know it's an issue. They are aware of it, but can't seem to plug the holes. As now Safix will take a pick toward middle and absolutely destroy Alex, who is dropping down from T-spawn, and he gets his head blown off through the door.
S-Tag looking for a bit more. Good opener. Not a Safix. Damage done further, but they are getting closer toward the mid doors again. No one directly in mid either, just to note. Heroic's gone to a 3-2 split with a bit of presence toward long. Swing for BlameF. I had to laugh earlier in the matchup between Heroic and Ents. They had Sergey compared to BlameF on the HLTV statistics. But the biggest guy in Counter-Strike and the smallest guy in Counter-Strike all on one graphic.
It was quite the spectacle. MBK, 1 HP. Grenade comes his direction. He's in a lot of trouble. It's Zywoo that'll be taken down next. His S-Tag is actually very good with the scout. We saw that in the second round. In towards B they go. MBK does find some footing here, and with the Deagle, there's a chance Starvin does go down here. He's low HP, he'll probably be dropped, but surely there is a response from the double doors. RPK can't really do much with this, as the pistol will take him down. Now the Safix has tried to deny access towards the B site. That should be it, 1 HP. Not really much MBK can do with this, apart from maybe find a cheeky little kill towards middle. He's got 30 seconds, and he's being flanked from the tunnels as well. his days are numbered. Freiburg to close things out. It looks things. As soon as he dropped his smoke, that's when Freiburg will swing and get the kill. 2-1 eco on the cards of Vitality. They had a great start, but they played themselves in that second round, and now it's going to be a full eco, and Heroic can get a 3-1 lead.
Three-one lead, potentially. And again, this all stems from the same problems from Vitality.
Yep.
And it has to be... Again, player break coming up. Major that follows. Yes, player break is designed for vacation to, hit the reset button to get away, a little R&R. But it's a good time to address some of these things as well. They certainly will need to. What a slaughter that is, as well as Vitality just rushes toward the mid-doors. Not much to do with the pistols. 3-1, but guns to come back out. We'll see if Vitality have any response at all. Alex and Apex yet to get on the board. Maybe weapons will help them do so. And keep an eye on the mentality, or I should say morality even perhaps, of Heroic, because when they get fired up, you usually see Blamef and Natosafix trying to boost each other's confidence. Flash down toward mid. That allows Apex to peek out on Cat quickly from underneath in the tunnels. Push through B. That's an aggressive push. RPK makes short work of it as well. And now they know B site is going to be open, or should be open, given that they got both inside of it. There will be a rotation, but it's 3 players that have to cross middle, and that is being watched very carefully by NBK. So he would have called, they had time to get there, that they weren't going to have threats immediately on the doorstep. And the save called already from Heroic.
Yeah, not really much given back in return. Heroic do some damage towards RPK and NBK, but that's about it. Clean round from Vitality. We will see Blamef and Estag at this point hold on to the AWP and M4. Nice B approach this time. There will be money available for a buy, especially with the saved weaponry. It's Alex who's on a bit of a hunt here. They can't really go all in that department because they don't have the financial backing themselves. We'll see Alex waiting in T-spawn, but the CTs don't really have to move. That long double door area is a little bit too precarious for him to actually step into. Blamef looking for anyone hunting him. Nothing will be found. There it is, Vitality though. Clean one. AWP not required just yet, but Estag still has his. They will have more than enough to even have a double orb set up here if they'd like. I'm sure they would aim for that. RPK takes a bullet to the face, but still managed to get those 2 frags as they push up a B. Not too bad at all.
So with that, we get back to within 1 round separating them. Again, the last spot in the arena on the line. It's ENCE versus MIBR in the first semifinal tomorrow. Followed then by Liquid versus the winner of this series. We could have a Cologne rematch in the semifinal. Cologne finals rematch, that is, of course. With Vitality maybe trying to best Liquid, with ZywOo trying to go off on them a little more effectively. They won't have to rely on best of 5, the depth in the pool. They can try and keep it a nice, short, sweet best of 3.
Yeah, it's Vitality, though, certainly looking a bit more burnt out these days. Estag spotted 1, but the Molotov might send him packing. He fires off a shot, gives them his position. AK's taken A to the face, but not too much damage there. Short control granted. At least Heroic now will have to respond. They want to push B, maybe investigate towards long. For now, they'll hold up, as it looks like a B split might be coming in. At least the smoke, or smokes I should say, will be deployed. That one for the left-hand side to block vision from B window. This is for CT spawn. And just gonna get Alex out there and see what's available to them. They've already Molotov the doors, they know that's clear. And at this point, you can see how that works nicely for them. They can really use it as a path towards that B site and use the smoke just to duck and weave. See if there's any CTs hunting for intel here. They've spotted 1 towards the double doors here, and the B split commences.
ZywOo toward the smoke. Natosafix behind the doors. Couldn't quite get the shots. That allows them through the window, and it's too many to cover. He gets 1, but it's traded immediately because 2 had made it through. And Freiburg trying to rotate around from long will hold off NBK, but Alex needs to be very careful here. push this far out. Bomb's planted in B. He gets Freiburg, but there was 2 players in front of him. If they were ready to trade off of that, it'd be a massive problem for ZywOo on 31, but at least his teammate back in position will be able to support.
Good Molotov towards the window as well. That's our last bit of utility. And now, retake doesn't look that possible, but we'll see if S-Tag's got anything left in the tank here. AWP, bomb ticking away. They need to make their move now. It looks like they're just giving this one up and allowing Vitality to bring the scoreline to 3-3. Alex will flash towards middle, knowing there's a chance the AWP is there. Flashes over. AWP did get affected by it, so it gets him out of danger. The bomb blast does take down one of the remaining Vitality players, but they win the round, and he's starting to look very strong indeed.
You may notice as well the HUD showed NBK on, and still does show NBK on the heroic side. That is because Natasafix is lagged out, so everyone gets shuffled down one position in the order, so don't be misled. He is not abandoned ship and joined heroic. So we're just waiting. Yeah, that's the facial expressions that we love. Those headsets are very unattractive in portraits. They're beautiful devices, but they are rather big and heavy looking, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not the most flattering. Especially if you've got a...
I shouldn't say they are heavy in terms of how they actually wear. They're quite comfortable, but yeah, in photos they look ginormous.
Especially if you've got a smaller head, can be a problem.
Yeah, maybe Summit should wear them with his massive head.
All right.
Tell him I said it.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will. Either way, round 7, and we do have Natasafix on the AWP. There it is, double AWP set up out now. Freiburg with the MP9. AK there still for BlameF, same for the previous round. Vitality, after giving it that second round, force buy, will find themselves in a position now. MPK will take damage at the start, trying to just put out the flames at the start, but actually takes an HE to the face. ZywOo gets BlameF at the very start. What is going on here? He's getting absolutely everyone, as we'll see 2 kills come through.
Tends to happen.
Yeah, Heroic have no idea what's just happened there. I don't either. And we'll see if the starve and play from CT spawn will be enough. Freiburg, you don't see this too often. AWP in the hands of the Swede. Does land one shot, but actually, this is actually coming back in their favor. We'll see if there's anything else they can do with this. They brought it back into a round where it's possible to win. Freiburg, once again, nailing shots to the AWP and still alive and kicking. He nails another one. Freiburg is doing this. Apex left in a 2 versus 1. It was ZywOo with 2 quick picks at the start of this round. 3-3, and now the clutch has to begin. Bomb in the bomb site. Not really much he can do to get himself out of these long doors. Surely the AWP waits for him, and it's Freiburg who saves the day with 3 AWP kills. He legged a 4th as well. Yeah. That is excellent work from him.
It's exactly what they needed, considering that ZywOo was starting to go off in that round, and it's going to limit the economy on the other side, so it's the momentum that they have to keep in their favor. They lose that round, and this goes the other way. This could crack wide open, so timeout already brought into the fold as well for Vitality, and this will bring the coach into the picture. How do I say his name? I can never say the coach's name. It's like XTQ something.
I've asked that question to like 7 different people. They tell me, and no one ever seems to be that sure.
It's never consistent.
Yeah, I just say, you know what? It's a coach of Vitality.
Yeah, Moby. That works.
And for now, it's Heroic. I would say stealing away around. Freiburg, not known to be an AWPer, has to pick it up off one of the corpses of his teammates, and at that point ends up getting 3.5 kills. Vitality do have a buy here. ZywOo yet to purchase into the round. He hasn't got armor. He's gone for Deagle, Kevlar, and that's about it. So your star player is down to a pistol, challenging the double doors. That's ambitious. If it works out for him, I'm done. But looks like Heroic is safe. Double up against the 3 rifles, one of which is a Galil for Vitality.
Apex MP7. Again, Chris J, about the only one who uses that regularly. Don't see it as much anymore. SMGs have certainly been balanced out compared to what they used to be, where it was all UMPs. And
yeah, it's because the MP9 is just, in terms of pound for pound, in terms of what it costs and what you can do with it. The MP7, yeah, sure, technically a better gun, but in terms of saving cash and having that running gun potential, this seems like the MP9 and MAC-10 for that matter, seem to be the kings.
Nothing trumps the Bison, but yes, they're close.
That's true. Speaking of which, Vitality using that weapon last weekend, got themselves in a little bit of controversy. Get into that later, perhaps. Either way, still good damage from Heroic done at the start of the round. It's up to this execution to save the day. Smoke to block the vision from the AWPers. S-Tag Ready and waiting for his chance to remove a couple of the vitality and swing attack here.
Good find to take down Apex, and not done there. He's snuck onto the boxes, gone to the pistol, and found another kill. Assist, I should say. Stavin technically got it. Watch Freiburg. Good headshot position, better headshot from NBK. And it's a 3-on-3. Bomb is planted, though, so watch for Vitality to hold off on top of the site. They've also got long control still, and not a lot of access for Heroic. Now swap the op, give it to Blame. He's the low HP player. Stavin's taking NBK at long. This makes the retake more likely as Natasafix needs to be quick. Or does he? Blame F already on the kill. Just the SMG for RPK. Fantastic from Heroic.
Yeah, really nice stuff here. Third map could be on the cards. They are looking like they are strong here on the CT side of Dust2. 5-3 now. Bomb planted, lost bonus getting there, but not enough to really do much with it this round. Round 9, they'll have on average $3,000 per player. Alex 2-6, Apex 2-6 as well. Zaiwu 8 kills at the top. As you can see now, it's Stavin who's doing a great job and finding them really important kills. This should be a deco from Vitality. We'll see a couple of sets of Kevlar. Alex and RPK to purchase that. And Zaiwu tempting fate, jumping down from T-spawn, seeing if anyone will peek him as he makes his way towards top of middle, where it's Alex that takes the first bit of damage there. He's low now, might as well keep challenging and see if his teammates can get close to finish things off. Nado doesn't feel comfortable and decides to fall back. I think that's the correct move at this point.
Stavin just holding the off angle, making sure that if they push through, he's ready. But does not peek toward the catwalk where in which he would have spotted Vitality. So they mess up the veto, win the map they didn't mean to play, and now on a map that is very much their home territory, they find themselves down potentially 3 rounds. Boys, oh boys.
There we go.
Run Alex across. Makes it, but S-Tag never wavered in his aim, was able to find the kill immediately after with the AWP, follows that up with 2 more. Great stuff from him. He's not a world-class opera, S-Tag. I would never put him in, you know, a sort of an argument for top 5, but he is serviceable. There's no question about that.
Exactly. Yeah, he can get the job done. It hasn't always been his primary role. He was a rifler for a couple of years. And then since he's joined Heroic, this is where he's found most of his form. He does a decent job. And now the Safix coming into the equation as well. It's quite a potent combo, and they're doing a good job here. Vitality, as we mentioned, considered to be one of the better teams in the world on Dust2. And right now, getting bested by Heroic. 5 players towards the B side of the map. Xbox smoke down. French are known for their contact plays towards B. 1 smoke usually is all it takes, and Natasafix is there with the AWP. That's the smoke, but there is always a gap. We've seen it so many times before. That's the one I'm talking about. It's Brave, player of the orb. You are one brave man, Natasafix. I wouldn't recommend you try that one at home.
Kahunas.
Yeah, if you've got the orb, you play the window, go for 1 kill, wait for your teammates. If you've got a rifle, sure. That's a great position, but not with the AWP. You're basically trying to use the bayonet at that point.
Yeah, and he did. He had to go for the no-scope. He couldn't pull it off. And the bayonet is a French invention, so trying to use it against its Vitality.
The problem with that is even if he got the first no-scope, then he's still definitely dead. That's the only reason I have an issue with that, I suppose. But there we go. He swung for the fences, didn't really connect. 1 kill is all it takes. Vitality take the round, as I mentioned. Contact plays towards B. It's a French classic, and this one works out very well due to the positioning of Natasafix there. A little bit disappointing. Not too much to talk about tactically. Heroic will be holding on to their weapons, keeping the money strong. They won't get to win that. You're going to see a lot of that on Dust2. As they reinvest into that secondary orb. Natasafix spending $7,000 to get everything he needs, including a diffuse kit. So that's everything he had, but he has almost everything, bar the incendiary. Round 11, Vitality. All they want to change the pace up, keep focusing towards that B side of the map. Time will tell. It's a default for now, as Apex operates swiftly towards middle.
Boost up. S-Tag couldn't quite collect on it, has to back away. Zaiwu already down inside of mid. Not sure what that smoke was doing back there. Just kind of hanging out, watching things, I guess. Zaiwu doesn't commit, knowing that there's not coverage towards CT. Has brought a lot of attention that direction, and Freiburg, being alone at long, is trying to take ground behind them. A lineup, a lovely lineup. Oh, dearie me. Switch to the AK. Behind the door, re-smokes. They know he's there because he threw the smoke and they would have heard the tag. Yet he does more damage.
Wow.
ZywOo on 10, RPK got 49. Fantastic job from Freiburg.
Yeah, that's quite excellent, really, considering he's there alone. He's dodging flashbangs, double kill, gets an AK, even more damage inflicted, re-smokes it, pushes them away. Couldn't really have gone better for him as he stays alive as well. Pretty much wins the round at that point, but we'll see if RPK has anything to say about that. He went through the mid doors. They don't really have the utility to flush anyone out. Should be the frag for BlameF, no problem. And the round, I would say. ZywOo waiting for any mistakes made here from the CT side. Good flashbang, and he is going to be dropped as well. The AK-47 deals with him. Apex, the last remaining player, has to go in towards B. Doesn't really want to. Doesn't have a choice at this point. Damage inflicted, flashbang. Oh, goodness me. That's quite the shot blind. Doesn't do much more than a single frag, but still impressive as Heroic extend that lead now. 7-4 on the CT side of Dust2. Team Vitality not looking as strong as he usually would on this map. So we're yet to break double digits. Here's the replay from Freiburg. Dodges that flash, and you can see the grey screen effect there, and it works out so well. But picks up the AK, did about 70 more damage at that point as well, gets out alive, pushes them towards middle, and they had no chance. ZywOo fires off, no damage inflicted. And a long take looks to be on the cards here. Another smoke on the corner, flashbangs through. MBK gets stuck on grenades as BlameF wants to challenge. He's flashed behind the blue bin though, but this is actually looking quite good. I'm not sure they'll check this.
I don't think they know he's there at all because they were so blinded. There was so much noise that even he could run through and be undetected.
And that's why he doesn't throw that grenade either. He's like, I could get an HE in here. They're there, but he wants to stay in a coma position. And look how much great work he's doing. MBK bringing it right back though. The missed AWP shot from S-Tag.
I feel like he was so focused on throwing that nade and so determined.
Yeah, it was in his mind, wasn't it? He really wanted to get it in.
He didn't need to. He didn't need to at that point. They'd already taken the aggro and were falling back. You could see MBK respond in positioning as soon as he saw that being thrown. And he gets 2 kills in response, 3 in total. So opening up the round all on his own. And he may have to do it all on his own, given that Alex and Apex are both so low at this point in time on HP. Bomb planted, and they'll work together.
They'll go for this. They've got a smoke available to make things a bit uncomfortable. The HE will be thrown in first, but no one to receive it. It looks to be a long plan with the positioning of the 2 Vitality players in the pit. Yeah, they've got nice vision here. I think once you spotted the bomb like that, and you've already used your smoke, probably not worth going for it because there's a good chance you got ZywOo or anyone else for the AWP in the pit. Now the Sapphics will have to kill 2 players while his teammates defuses. Get the hell out of there, boys. Good shots. The long plan, though. Yeah. That's the problem. He'll still get away alive with this. It's not the biggest deal. They did damage towards Vitality as another Sapphics will survive. But as soon as that long plant's down in that sort of position, AWP in the pit pretty much wins every time unless they smoke on top of the bomb, and they use their smoke, unfortunately, for them to get out of the short position. Here's MBK, like you mentioned, getting 3 kills in total here. The pre-fire on BlameF was beautiful. The missed shot from S-Tag, not so much. It cost him his life. They still have cash here. They have Vitality on the ropes, so even though they didn't win that previous round, just pushing for those final couple of frags might be enough here to force an eco if they can win this one. But there's 4 players heading towards B, and, well,
oh dear,
make it 3.
Make it less than that, potentially, because he's got such a tight corridor to fire at blind or otherwise. He already had the lineup and couldn't quite get Alex as he went back out for the peak. Vision restored, but Alex ready on the AK. And Molotov to hold off Staven means they can actually take the site. It doesn't take much to get into B. A trade often will do. Now it's the post plant that matters. Alex positions himself accordingly behind the box so as not to be spotted from either the door or the window. Molotovs for both Apex and NBK to put on top of the bomb. Smoke as well left over. They've just put that toward the door, so that's the last of it. Yeah, missed
it.
Yeah, big time.
That's not a miss you want there, but still MBK nailing the shots, and Apex backs him up. Still a fighting chance here. 2v1 is actually in their advantage now as S-Tag with the AWP can't get it done. I thought the missed Molotov might cost them the round, considering that was the access point for the CTs, but they hit all the shots required. Apex delivering the goods there. He's had a quiet game even after that sequence. He's 4 and 9 with a couple of frags there. 7-6. That was a big, big round for Vitality to pick up. If they lost that one, they're Rico. In fact, they win it after suffering a detrimental start. Here's Nado Sapphics getting the first and second kills. So technically, that's a 5-on-3 that Vitality come back and win. That's always the gut punch, as Alex shows us what he's made of. ZywOo spots one towards long, but he's going down. Oh, somehow survives. The USP will be enough. They're challenging everything they can. They're killing each other now.
It's not ideal. I mean, Heroic's about to find an 8th round potentially in the back of that. I don't think it's necessarily going to happen given the gun situation, but a dink on MMBK and a sneaky play from Blaine. At this side up toward top side of middle. If he had hit that shot onto Alex, we would have had something. Vitality are awful in these anti-eco situations, and not only that, it's their map. They're only on 6 rounds right now, T-side. That does concern me a little bit.
Yeah, it's always so chaotic, but this one looks safe. Freiburg, T-spawn. Yep. Give the ball a kick. Why not? Zai will be waiting for him. Takes him down, and it will be 7-7. Well held in the end. But a little bit scary for them, but overall it's fine. They can end up winning the half now. 7-7, final round of the first half here, potentially the final map of the day. It's Vitality that took away Mirage from Heroic. That was their pick. And you'd think it'd be more convincing, you're right. 7 rounds, sure, they're level, but it's their pick. They're considered one of the best in Dust2. Might want it a little bit more, but still, if they can get this last round, they'll be in good position to close it out in 2. Time will tell. Zaiwu making his way towards B, but so Starvin. He's towards lower, so they need to make sure they're protecting their star player here. Do they have any idea that someone's snuck in? Apparently not. No one seems to be aware at all. That's pretty sloppy. You've got 2 players in there anyway, and it looks like the round is up to RPK at this stage, 4 versus 1, and it'll be an absolute miracle if he pulls this one off. Pushing out towards the smoke. Nice first shot.
Yeah, but watch out because... Oh, I was expecting to be a faster response on that. They've actually let him get a lot closer to us at tag, and that's why Stavin does come back out for the trade immediately. They weren't quite ready in tunnels. Clever as he was to use the smoke, it's not enough, and Heroic actually winning the half. 8-7, Vitality need to turn things around. In this, the second map of our best of 3. We'll take a break, see it after half.
Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know, like I know, we'll take it. Yeah. You know, Mark, South stuff. Had to never let you double cross them. Going through the city like it's Gotham. They told me get one, so I got one. Stop saying you're a boss when you now one. You ain't sacrificed, nah, you ain't lost none.
Find my destiny. Try not to drift apart, 'cause you'll be right back at the start. And I don't wanna keep on falling. I gotta stay recalling memories we've lost and found. Explain to me what it's all about.
Soul, and I recognize every single line, every
every single roadblock. We got two hearts that beat in time. And the towers looking down all night, blocking out the sun up in the air.
The Windy City at 8-7. Heroic had taken the win from Vitality Sales, and we're on Dust2, which normally would favor the French side. So we'll see if they can turn it around for halftime number 2, map number 2, Dust number 2.
Dust number 2. Thankfully not Dust number 1. That would be a little bit odd.
I agree.
But maybe next year. Who knows? Heroic. 5 players towards B. Smoke and a flashbang available. Is it the straight-up rush, or they're going to use the smoke to their advantage? It looks like it's the former, as they send everyone in. It's the MBK to defend. Zai will get the first frag, and it's a bit of a standstill now. Heroic need to work out what the play is. So that call has been cancelled. They've realized they haven't broken through, and they're now going to have to play on the fly.
But Apex knows that they were running back through tunnels, and he knows they're actually trying to pursue him in CT. He's contained them. Again, they go as 5. They don't get anything for it, and the problem is they think that they're pushing the CTs around the map. They're actually telegraphing what they're doing, so look at the push from B tunnels right now. NBK, knowing that they ran back, decides to take map control away. Rotations therefore follow in suit. Good find from Freiburg to follow it up against Apex, and Acetag might actually outlurk the lurkers. Nobody's ready for MBK though, but Bomb still goes down. 3 versus 2, and they are not near the site. 1 to walk out from CT and 2 to play on catwalk. Stavin should find the shot straight down. Does, can drop off and stay alive.
Yeah, this is looking good now. Heroic have got themselves back on their feet. Freiburg is just a beast with that P250. MBK, lovely shot, but his pistol for Heroic. There we go, no bomb planted. Freiburg with the P250, getting it done, showing us how strong he can be. It's going to be $4,000 in the bank for him, 12 kills to his name, and 9-7 overall. And the Force Spy will be coming in. Will we see 3 scouts on the Vitality side, though? MBK purchases 1. A Zeus for Apex. So it looks like they're taking an eco here. MBK is going to try and cause some damage at the start, and nothing exchanged just yet. Oh, well, there it is. MBK removed. Estag, the second time this game, gets a shot for the door. Flashbang to go over, though. The pounce towards long is coming, but the teaser ready. That is Suffix will be taking care of the first, and this looks under control, but chaotic, but still absolutely fine. Apex with the scouts, just trying to get a kill at this point. Not going to happen, probably goes down any second. There we go, Freiburg to get it. And Heroic off to a flying start here in the second half. Now, do they buy here? I would say they would, considering they got 4K on 3 of those players. MBK will have to go for either a Deagle armor or an SMG. Maybe even a shotgun. He's been using that a lot these days.
Oof, Tag, that's lovely. Spectacular.
Scouting.
Splendiferous. You could make a GIF, put it on Instagram, and you'd get 1,000 likes for that.
That's what we're all aiming for.
I'm aiming for 1 million, personally, but
daily basis, just
don't have the assets, we should say, for that. So
say no more. We'll get into incendiaries exchanged towards long. It's Freiburg that's pushed back out of those doors. Yeah, I got to see RPK. He is known for this. He gets that deep smoke in, and there's suggests he might be in there. And he doesn't normally get in there. Freiburg, you can see, he has to check it. He'll have to use a flashbang if he really wants to commit to it. He doesn't know there's a CT in that side, so that's why the smoke goes in nice and deep, just to kind of threaten the terrorist approach.
We on top of the platform. M4 for him. Long pit covered by Arpica. Famas as well. Zaiwu wants to flash him in. Might be a bit premature. They know they're walking out. They know that they have the sound cue. Alex wins the duel on Cat, and they don't need the flash. They actually get RPK to drop back in. They know he's there, but they've got Apex to come out with Zaiwu, who now work together and can still support each other with utility to hold off the players at long. Heroic, they won the last round, the opener for the half, I should say as well, the pistol round, being very caged in, but yet winning the duels. I'm not sure that they can rely on that when guns come out. I do think Vitality look like they're going to be able to control the map a little better than that.
The CT side is going to be a lot more threatening. That's when Zaiwu dictates the pace. That might sound strange to say on a CT side, on the defense, but him changing his position up, the options he has with the AWP being boosted towards short, holding B, holding long, middle. There's just so much that could happen, and you've got to be aware of that fact. Heroic will buy up into this round, but it won't be the strongest. They've got a couple of SMGs, and Starvin's feeling brave. He's got the Xbox smoke to cover his short approach here. No CTs to fend him off, so that's nice intel gathered early on. Bit of a risk, but the Xbox smoke allows him to get there, and now they're challenging RPKs. Normally good for a frag or two towards long. They've segregated him at this point. Good flash. Gets the first, but surely not a second. That's great work, as he was in a compromised position there, Matt.
ZywOo holding, waiting, smoke down, Starvin pushed back. He's got 42, and hello, NBK, welcoming himself to the round through mid-doors. And this is the point, Vitality, you can see it now. Look how much map they have. They're getting the kills now that they have the rifles and taking the map control away. Heroic may have started this round, this half a shot. Oh my.
Get him out of here.
I will just stop my sentence now. Bomb down, that should be the round. But Freiburg, my God, I said he was looking crispy. That was incredible.
Bit of vintage Freiburg there.
Point being, though, is still, though, that they're not doing enough, Heroic, to push the CTs and actually get map control. Bit awkward from Apex.
Can win this. It'll have to be an ace clutch, but he could do it. The shots he's hitting right now, he's put the fear of God in them. Problem is, if he has to get the bomb, he's going to assume CT's are here. It's going to take so long to even get this bomb. Like, where is it? Got it now. Can't go back towards A. Just saw the time. He's like, nope, that's not an option.
Yeah, but it's fine, because look where they're positioned. There's no one in B. He could still get into this bomb site quite comfortably, actually. ZywOo waiting on Cat. Alex is going to realize he has to cross the doors. He'll see him when he does. And Freiburg actually takes the duel, realizing if he's that far away, I need to get the bomb planted. 6 seconds he needs to hold. Was expecting someone to be closer. This gets them inside of the window. He's got to get the gun drawn. Go for the peek. They're in, but he can't find it close. Hit them both, but not enough damage.
Yeah, nice try. I respect what he's doing there. The fake plant, it's almost, if someone was outside there, that could be in the perfect play, because he had, what, 7 seconds there. Fake plant, quick kill, bring it down to 1 versus 1, then get the plant. But this was a play that was quite special. We can see it's RPK getting the frags, but more importantly, ZywOo with the backup flashbang there to enable him to have a bit of space. That was such a crazy shot. Can't even begin to explain, but Heroic will still have to take the eco here as Vitality look to tie things up at 10-10. Round 20, $2,000 per player for Heroic, and Freiburg really feeling frisky now, looking for the headshot towards middle. I've seen a Krieg do it, I haven't seen the Deagle do it for some time. Incendiaries and grenades, that's not a combo you want to mess with. Blame F learns his lesson, and he'll fall back.
Just waiting it out from the Xbox. Creep in so soft toward Catwalk. He's just hitting everything.
The king is back.
You've missed him.
I've missed him a lot. I've been telling everyone, when he wants to, he can perform.
He's going to sneak through that smoke as well. There's a gap, so he could just keep going. He's waiting for his teammates to get positioned on Catwalk first. Oh, another Deagle shot. Stavin's tagged Alex. Couldn't get the headshot. Needs to make a decision if he sits behind the box or if he gets up on Catwalk, because he's burning if he stays where he was. RPK does get Freiburg down. Not enough distraction, and bomb drop. Clinical at this point for ZywOo. Another 3 kills for him, and we should be knotted 10-10 after Stavin goes down to the nade, perhaps even? Not quite. 2 HP. That's not a bad toss, though. MBK closes it out.
Yeah, it was looking a little bit troublesome there with the opening kill from Freiburg. But double digits found. Everything level. Is ZywOo getting it done, as you mentioned, in a clinical manner. No problem at all. Seem to have mastered that Krieg. And we'll get ourselves now another buy for Heroic. S-Tag will have the AWP but no armor. No snipers as of yet on the CT side. Looking for the gap shot here. Anyone jumping across the top? Not going to get it. No one's actually in B at all. This is fascinating. It's MBK risking that B rush, but he's absolutely fine. He gets in, confirms it's clear, and we're into a default. No aggression from the CT side. They send 4 players towards long at the start. They're anticipating a long set piece, potentially. Those are very common in today's game. But for now, presence towards middle, trying to get intel. 2 on short. RPK joined by Zaiwu. Now Molotov, it's a common AWP position. Who will come out on top?
Zaiwu certainly gets the first and second. He was not as flashed as he went back around the corner. He's now up to a third. Bomb inside of the flames. Nade on top of it. Freiberg's gone. Look for the ace. He might well get it as well because the bomb sits at the doorstep. And with that shot as well, a quick peek. All 5. Brilliantly done.
That's so sick. Like, you could play the game for 10 years. You could have 15,000 hours under your belt. He's just got something about him. That brain of his, the DNA, whatever it is, it's something quite special. This is the first year of Zaiwu, remember, as well. We haven't even seen him in his final form, and that is something that's just devastated Heroic. How does he pull this one off? Freiberg even made a great play there, extinguishing the flames and pouncing through the smoke. You'd think it'd be enough, as we do see a potential B rush here. They do send 4 players towards the tunnels, not going to commit, as they now slow things right down. 2 smokes suggest a B split. Flashbang through the doors might actually be quite effective here. Alex could be in trouble. Oh, they've run past him.
They have run past him. Spray transfer was a very long and almost sloppy one, but still pulls it off. He goes down afterward, but Apex gets position back, and now Safix, very little room to work with inside of the smoke. Vitality. Okay.
Hello.
I was going to say, extend the lead a little bit here, but Safix has more to say about that as he gets Apex walking back in. 2 kills for the 2 alive, and just Zaiwu to get. Now that is, when I say that, yes, it's not the correct way of describing it, because he does have a Krieg. He has a kit. Incendiary, no smoke, but easily will dispose of the first, and no response fast enough from Blame F. You're right, he could have tried it. Bombs on the back of Blame F, and he's spotted. I don't think he knows that Zaiwu is aware, but he still hits a lovely shot.
Zaiwu, oh my goodness, the things he is doing on the server right now, I can't even begin to describe how good they are. It wasn't quite enough though, apparently. It's the CZs and aggressive play from the CTs that cost them the round. It's Heroic who get themselves back in the driving seat here. 11-11, money's still there for the CTs, but they're gonna have to take a timeout, I would say, just to distribute the funds around. Double AWP set up for the first time. We haven't seen many snipers on the CT side, as MBK and Zaiwu to wield them. Apex with the MP7. Long take. This is what they're anticipating. They know this is a tendency of Heroic. Feeling like they can't challenge it, they are going to fall back and starve and blind. I don't think he spotted the player towards Car. Apparently not. Zaiwu takes him down and gets himself to the safety of the A-bomb site.
So RPK will push back out again toward Cat. Zaiwu sits above. RPK on guard for Apex, who now gets released to run, to sprint, set free toward T-spawn. He's going to try and get him behind fast enough to make the flank relevant, but that means Zaiwu needs to delay at long. Smokes down, Incendiary already out there on the ramp, and he's not aware of it, but he is now. Somehow he survives. Timely flash against Freiberg, but so many nades in that direction, and the utility at his feet burns him alive. Alex, elevator. It's not in service, but he'll sit there. Wait for the timing of his teammates to arrive as RPK. It's to go quickly here. Heroic's got a good hold on this. Good fight on.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, they have. You're right. MBK is helping them out. Well, that is going to be problematic to say the least. The MP7 can cause some damage here. Still a chance, but MBK needs to nail this shot. Not going to happen. That should be the round. One-on-one. Doesn't really have the time or the weaponry to do much about this. Throwing the flashbang up would have to be the full defuse starting now to really stand a chance. Not going to happen. And MBK taking off his teammate's head. That might have cost them the round in itself. There we go. Heroic making that one very costly. Apex will save the AWP. Same story for Nada Safix. Third map suddenly on the agenda now. As we get into round number 24, money is broken, but the AWP is saved. Now, will Zaiwu challenge T-spawn? If he buys a flashbang, I would say he's certainly going to try it. If they get a smoke, maybe as well. Apex, actually the one who's going to be throwing back the AWP because he has armor. I guess that's the only reason. And he actually was using it quite a lot last week at the MDL finals. Sure, if you saw that, you know what I'm talking about. But they did challenge T-spawn. Didn't work out, and it will be Alex who's taken down to 11 HP. Zaiwu given the AWP again. And for now,
rightfully so.
we slow it right down.
I don't think anyone blames him for giving the AWP to Zaiwu. but they may not be expecting the position at Suicide, the drop in. Stag's being cheeky right now. He actually tagged ZywOo to 19 as well. And he's got position high again, so he's just constantly changing his angle to make sure that he can catch off anyone inside of the double doors. With the corner. Again, though, he's in a good position to make that op effective. Naturally, you'd expect the flash to come over. I don't think he was too rattled by that. Couldn't hit the shot, however, on the flick toward Pit.
He's just trying to save that all,
I think so, yeah. He's got low HP, so he can at least try and go do something, but the op will back away. It's already, in fact, retreating to B, and he does get a dink on Natu. Not Natu. This isn't Finland. Not a Sapphix. Oh my goodness, Apex on the site. That nearly worked as well because they didn't know he was there. RPK left with nowhere to go but run from the flames, and yeah, op save. That's the call. So it'll be 13 for Heroic. They're doing enough now.
Yeah, they absolutely are. They keep winning rounds with CZs, Deagles, and not much else, and they found themselves a clean one here. This was the eco for Vitality with just one AWP. Try to challenge, trying to find any kills they could, but the objective was to save the sniper, which they've done. Apex with the armor will be given the weapon back, and he's got a Molotov and a flashbang as well. ZywOo just trying to get anything he can. He'll just be acting as the bodyguard here. As we get into the next round, Vitality with the eco will be able to buy up into the next round. It will still be a little bit compromised, but with the AWP save, they should be absolutely fine. 5 players to survive on the Heroic side there. It's not too bad at all. Start with 2. Freiburg with the 3rd. They got a nice bankroll as well now. Round 25. RPK might have to drop a weapon. We'll see. Money is there. They'll take the time out to discuss their options. Apex with 5,500 right now. They do give the all back to ZywOo. Currently sits on 22 frags. Starvin, just to know, 21. Another young upcoming player. Certainly keep your eye on him. I'm sure he'll continue to impress so many younger players that have already made a name for themselves in 2019. It's really where the game is heading.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you could put together a compelling team of teenagers at this point, not even 20-year-olds included. Go 19 and under, and you could make a world-class team.
AWP for Mass, a couple of rifles, and the final one for MBK. So you can see there are some holes to plug, but overall a buy is there. MBK's got to send Apex to B because he has no grenades to actually play that position. So that's why I've got to make a quick sub. Makes sense. You do need utility just for this reason. You've got 4 players on the other side. You have to fend them off. With the Molotov at the start there, he's going to spam off some bullets towards the tunnels and just try and push them back into a default here if possible. But they stay in the tunnels for now. Swapping weapons around. It's Stag given the AWP, and I think it will go back to a default. It looks like that plan has been thwarted by Vitality.
Yeah, for now at least. For that grouping, though, on the mini-map, all 5, one position. They try and move back to mid, tagged. ZywOo gets the shot in, NBK. He's flirting with it now because he's locked out toward the door. Very aggressive angle, gets away with it. Finds a kill as well, so damage on 1. Another already downed. And 49 seconds left in the round. The low HP player is stopping, and he somehow gets back across. Nearly gets caught out by the spam.
Yeah, I was going to say, MBK really is trying to get that next kill. Doesn't have to deliver. Freiburg, he probably will, considering the way he's been playing so far. He does get dropped, unfortunately for him. Alex will pick up the frag. It's a 5 versus 3, but Vitality have been known to give these away before. Blame F in position to try and find a couple of kills here. Got the Krieg scope ready and waiting for any victims on the A bomb site here. Plant at least, and the AWP up does give them a fighting chance.
Cat plants. Flash over toward the ramp. Apex gets Blame F back, and it's on Natasafix. So another bomb plant at least for Heroic, but maybe Vitality gets back to within 1 if they win this somehow. If we can pull this off, my God, what a game it would be. It would crack it all wide open, but unfortunately they're already on the defuse. 2 more players staring him down. That's going to be the right wire snipped.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's the only player without the kit there to defuse. RPK.
It's just one of those cases to get on it, but yes, that could be costly.
Yeah, if transatlantic somehow got a couple of kills there, that could have got uncomfortable, but it's fine. It's all under control. 13-12. Bomb planted, as you mentioned. It was looking like a very difficult round overall, but they've managed to give themselves an extra $800 per player. Round 26. Didn't think this would be as close. It's one map to Vitality, but currently in the second, their pick. They're down 13-12. Is this the full commitment? Unfortunately for them, there are two players waiting on the other side. No big damage inflicted yet. They've broken through the initial choke point. Can they find the first kill? Bomb down. And it will be up to Apex now to find multiple kills. He needs to buy time if possible.
Apex waiting, and they're going to go over and below. A double swing. No chance he could fire both. He was going to be traded, but he almost needed to get one in that situation. So boost beyond the smoke for ZywOo to see if they cross onto the platform. Stavin's the one that's going to head that direction, but does he get in the open? He certainly does. ZywOo nails it as well. But they know the boost exists, so they have to change positions. Bomb down, and RPK already on the tunnels, meaning transatlantic is out of the equation, and Blamaf has to be very careful of positioning with S-Tag to cover. Smokes as well to work with. Incendiary kits on all three, but Blamaf sprays down two of them. It's just ZywOo remaining, and he's got a bail. 14-12. Heroic are very, very much making an argument for Dust2. Look at the money as well.
Yeah, they're going to be in a great spot here. ZywOo can't go for this one. It looked like the retake was going to be perfect there. And it's Apex who had to try and hold on as long as he could, but Heroic didn't panic in that situation. They waited until they were ready to challenge him together and give him absolutely no chance of finding multiple frags there. B-Rush was successful. If you can get through the initial choke point taking no damage, that's great. I assume they threw the incendiary and a smoke extinguished it. We'll have a look at the initial kills here from Blamaf. I think this is the swing. So he comes around the corner just as the Molotov is thrown as well. Alex and RPK had no idea what happened there, and we'll take another timeout. Vitality need to work out, are they playing for overtime or going for the win here? They have the AWP, but only about $3,000 per player otherwise. Heroic might be able to do this. If they can find this round up against a confirmed force buy, that should be it. There'll be no funds remaining, but you got to get past ZywOo and his AWP, and that is one difficult task the way he's playing right now. 23 kills to his name, but Heroic keep finding rounds, applying the pressure, breaking the bank. They're looking calm, they're looking relaxed. No one expected them to make a dent here on Dust2, and here they are. Looking to post map point as we enter round number 27. Starvin, if you can get the initial damage here, that would be fantastic. Not going to happen. Single AWP set up, remember, on the CT side, and so far so good. ZywOo gets the first and pulls back.
Freiburg into the pit. I'll anchor the position for now as well. Molotov thrown from long over toward Cat. It's a clever play. Now transatlantic takes down Alex, because it means the utility from long can support lesser positioning to Catwalk, if you will. The fact that there's only one trying to work it, as transatlantic will hold. RPK wants a response. He needs to try and get information in. Yeah, no chance.
Ooh. Well, MBK is in lower B at least. Could have waited for that, but it looks like transatlantic is very aware, and at this stage, who comes out on top? Oh, it's such a difficult shot at this point. He knows he has to move, and MBK does nail it. He's only got the scout as well, remember, and it's going to be a 2 versus 1 for map point. Scout in lower B, they know exactly where he is. There is a low HP player there. That's going to be Freiburg. Starvin, not much else as well.
But hang on, they thought he was going Catwalk, because they threw the Molotov out in that direction. And then they check long. Okay, well, he's giving that away. Scout's not what it used to be for jump shots. Nade was well intended, but he's getting tagged. At this point, it's getting desperate. There was guns down had he gone toward Catwalk as well, keep in mind, but this is the choice that he made, the path that he takes, and it's low enough for Freiburg. He gets him through the box. Bomb's on the other side, which means he's open to Catwalk. But he can get the headshot? Not quite. Stavin's already got the AWP on him.
Well, there we have it. That was the round Vitality had to win. They are now financially ruined. And we'll find ourselves a 15-12 scoreline. Can only really play for overtime. And at this stage, if it even gets, I'll be surprised. This was the kill that swung the round for me. transatlantic somehow gets Alex, who is ready in position, and Starvin confirms the kill on ZywOo. He was the only real danger factor there with the AWP. And we find ourselves now with another timeout on the CT side. 3 rounds in a row required. as the third map looks extremely likely. They'll have to buy up with pistols, SMGs, maybe a few shotguns will be thrown into the mix. Time will tell. But right now, Heroic looks like they're destined for the third.
I think that's certainly the case.
It's going to be
Overpass.
Yep.
Yeah. So that is interesting as well. We know that Vitality, they aren't slouches on it by any means, but they didn't exactly bring the best game against Liquid in Cologne. It was contested closely for the first half, and then Liquid kind of blew the doors off it. RPK pushing out, smoke down wide, and a lot of flashes means he actually gets position in the pit, but he's got to be so careful. That nade would have done Alex in, but he somehow gets away. He needs to stay alive. This is all they have to work with. Position. Alex on the box. He can actually grab the rifle. Smoke still down, which means he can get away. Maybe get out of Sapphix as he tries to spray him, but his teammate's gone inside the pit beside him. And Nato might have done enough to close out the game because a shotgun at that range for NBK, I think you'd have to load it full of, what, lasers at that point? Like,
yeah, maybe.
What would work?
Rockets.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah, change it to a rocket launcher.
Well, they'll slow things right down. They're going to wait for MBK to feel uncomfortable. If he does just wait on the A side here, there is a chance the auto shotgun can clutch it out. They are waiting for him to show presence, make him doubt himself. He has no idea as to where they are. He's assuming it's B, and that's why they've held up, because they want him to get absolutely zero information as to where they could be. He's just going to sit in the back of the B side now and hope for the best, I think, is the play at this point. And that should be it. Overpass should be confirmed with the auto shotgun. I don't know how he wins it.
He doesn't. That's how. 16-12. They picked the wrong map to open the series on, somehow completely obliterated Heroic, and then on their map choice, they fall victim. Heroic should be pleased with that. They had everything going their way. Even ZywOo was firing